What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys enjoyed the track video. We totally had a blast and we cannot wait for the next one. April 28th at Sacramento Raceway is the next track date we are shooting for. Another event hosted by Street to Track, so be sure to come by, say what's up, hang out, race your cars, have a great time. So as you guys saw in the earlier clips, I removed the engine out of Chewy's car, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when I get back home. Right now I am fixing to leave, so I want to show you guys this really quickly in regards to the wet floorboard on the passenger side in the track preparation video. So I know a lot of you guys were talking about the sunroof drain, the sunroof pan and stuff itself. That's probably where it's leaking from. I actually don't have a sunroof you know, set up underneath this. This is just a plug, and the water was coming through the rusted holes right here. There's a couple on the other side, and all of this is completely sealed off with window caulking. You can see it right there. Inside of the car, there's literally no sunroof, and I know it's leaking from the plug because I can watch water come out from right here and some coming out from like right here somewhere. Only this portion of the floor gets wet. Everywhere else is completely dry. It poured yesterday and the floor is completely dry. As you guys saw that I put the cardboard up top. I may just have to take this back out, throw some water up there, see where it's coming from, and probably have to reseal it. It's definitely not coming from the cowl. The firewall is completely dry, and yeah, I think that's my problem. But I'm gonna head to the store, we'll get back and we'll kind of talk about the K24. All right guys, so I just got back home. I went to the P.O. box real quick because I haven't been there in a couple of days, but I got this envelope, I guess you can call it, from Big Boy DC4. We have a couple stickers here, right? And I'm really just trying to read this, as well as right there. I want to assume it says Dump Gang, but I don't know if that's a V or it's a U. And I don't know how to pronounce that with a V or a U. So, but hey man, thank you for the stickers, and I'm definitely gonna put one of these. What is that? Oh, there's a note on here. I didn't even see that. It says, thanks for the inspiration. Do what you do. You have a great family and surround yourself with good people, and we all noticed. Hell yeah. I'm probably gonna put the red one on the toolbox somewhere here because it's more noticeable. If you guys haven't seen this before, I kind of mentioned that all the people who sent me stickers, who support the channel in any way, shape, or form, if you give me a sticker, I'm gonna slap it right here on my toolbox and really just kind of, you know, show my support to those who support me. I truly appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. That car has been here for a couple of days, and it's not reported stolen. Nobody has came here to get it, and I'm about to have somebody come and tow this shit away because we need the parking space. God damn it. I was just watching The Walking Dead, and the recording only recorded about 43 minutes of the last Sunday's episode, and got me fucked up because it was just barely getting good, and I couldn't finish it. Fuck. Anyways guys, so I decided that, you know, track is over with. I don't have to worry about track for another month. I decided to pull the K24 out because obviously I didn't want to have Chewy come pick up the car not running and, you know, whatever. I decided to just pull it out. It took me 15 minutes, real quick, pulled it out, and I took the whole timing chain cover here off, and I took all the guides and everything pertaining to the chain. I'm just waiting for my buddy Paco. He's got a timing chain tensioner for me, and once he gets here, probably like another 45 minutes or so, then I'm gonna pull the engine back out and I'm gonna retime the chain as well as the new tensioner, the guides, all of that jazz. And then, you know, like I said, I'm gonna reinstall everything, do a compression test then and there, and if everything checks out, hopefully we can get the engine back into the cars today. If not, then, you know, there's not much more we can do other than just have him pick up the car the way it is. I already did the job of pulling the engine out for him, unless he decides to get a K24 from somewhere, who knows, somewhere. Then we can transfer everything over and then get the engine back in the car later this week, hopefully. So my buddy Paco just left. He dropped off this aftermarket timing chain tensioner, brand spanking new, looks just like the OEM one, got the pin on it, and right now I am cleaning off the gasket that's, you know, caked up on the block and head here. And this is the first time I've ever tore into a timing side of a K series. A little new to the timing chain and all that stuff, but I watched several videos and I kind of got the idea on how to do timing. It's a little complicated with these two guys always, you know, springing back, fighting each other in different directions, but hopefully you know, I get it down. I already did it once last night with the old tensioner. Obviously this thing is like all jacked, but now that I have the new one, it should be a little easier to hold the chain into place with all the guides and stuff installed. But I'm just gonna go ahead and attempt to knock this out, and then we'll show it to you when it's timed. Lucy, meow. What's up, G? Here's an update. I think the timing chain is stretch. Now you may think it's not a regular belt, it's a chain. Chains still do stretch. And I did a couple research right now on my phone until it died, and I'm almost certain that it is stretched because the timing chain tensioner is installed, right? I did this 4 times and I rotated it every time I timed it, and how I knew I timed it was all these mark were lined up to the TDC mark, piston up top, and for the sake of me, I couldn't get this guy to line up. Now I lined it up before putting the tensioner on, right? But every time the tensioner, you know, you pull a little pin, ship, it shoots out and tightens everything up. It rotates, and you can see, like, if I was to, you don't go backward on the K, but I'm gonna go backward on the K here real quick, right? Say that's lined up right there, these 2 marks. This guy is obviously way off, right? It's supposed to be over here, not over here. And I know this is all the way out, comparing it to the stock one right here. This tensioner is all the way out. I also did put a big flathead right here to pry this even further, but this is as far as it'll go. And when you rotate it, right, when you rotate the crank in the rotation that the engine moves, you can see the chain skipping on the top here. Now that only happens if the tensioner is all the way out and the chain is stretched. It'll have that slack to skip. So regardless, I'm just gonna assume the chain is stretched. Normally when you change all this shit out, you want to change all this together so you don't have to do it again later when the chain needs service. So tomorrow I'm gonna go grab another chain, redo the timing, rotate it a couple revolutions, get everything back to TDC, and if it looks good, unlike the result we got today, I'm gonna put it back together. Back in the garage the next day, and here we have our new timing chain, same brand as the tensioner, and I'm hoping that today we're able to get this motor to give us some good compression, some good tension on this new chain. And I'm gonna go ahead and whip out the motor, set it up right here real quick. My buddy Michael's coming over right now. He's got some spare ribs and we're gonna be barbecuing, chilling, chopping it up. I haven't seen Michael in a while, but I came across him yesterday when I was driving home, and then he came over here. We hung out a little bit, and today we decided to barbecue. So here's the new chain and the old chain side by side on the screwdriver. Gravity is pulling it down, and let me show you guys at the very end over here. You see that? It looks like it has an extra link. That's probably because this chain is stretched, and that's causing our tensioning issues with the tensioner and stuff. But hopefully when I install this, it's going to tension perfectly. And I want to do this compression already so I can see what it's going to be putting out to determine if we have a bent valve or whatever. But let's install it. So a pig just slid through right now, and we literally just killed all the barbecue over there. But damn, Submit Racing needs to sponsor us for real, bro. Look at this. How much you spend in this whole box? Tell me.
Like $400.
Oh, my heart. Skip a heartbeat. Damn, they gave you a free hat. Wow. They never gave me a free hat. I've been ordering from them for like 15 years. And I wouldn't be surprised they gave one just to fit your damn head. But yeah, guys, got a lot of fittings and stuff, a lot of restock on a lot of items. And this is all for Pick CRV. If you guys don't already know, we're going to be doing a... Wait, you changed the plans again, right, Pick?
Yeah.
So he changed his plans again, guys. Originally, if you guys seen, I did the downpipe and everything on the eBay turbo setup, eBay 57 trim, CX Racing, AC compatible manifold, and he literally just bought a tile 38 mil. But my other buddy with the blue CRV was like, "I'll cash you out." He fucked up because he gave him his Venmo and pretty much cashed him out for everything. So he sold all of his eBay stuff for his CRV over there. And he's actually buying all brand name parts now. So Tao, Garrett, you're going Garrett Turbo.
Yeah, Garrett for sure.
Garrett Turbo. You might be picking up Paco's manifold or what?
Yeah, the ram horn.
Whitfield manifold and all of that good shit to come. And you're not going to go see a set. You're going to go sleeve, or you're going to go piss and rod and I don't know.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. But he definitely has some stuff in the works. And a lot of those stuff right there is just in preparation for... Whoops. A lot of that stuff right there is just all in preparation... Oops. A lot of that stuff is just all in preparation for when we do his setup. So he just wanted to have everything on hand, and now we are, damn, we literally have to buy everything all over again.
Yeah.
But this is the first start. And well, you haven't bought the turbo either.
I know, I'll pick it up soon.
ATP turbo. I need to make an account with you guys, built to drive, so we can get that discount, because we got a lot of cars coming out too. Can we build a Honda this year or what? Anybody want to buy an IS300 5-speed? Right there. Not for sale. So here we have the engine timed. At least I think it's timed. So the timing marks are lined up, right? So I was trying to figure out why the bottom one kept hold on, let me see, kept skipping when I put the tensioner on. And what it turned out to be was, from up here, the orange dot was way off of the triangle mark on the block, right? But now that I got my knee pad on the floor, I went down to look at it deeper, and that orange mark is actually crooked. So from up here, it looks like it wasn't even aligned, but down here you can see the arrow is lined up with the arrow that's on the block. So right there is timed. This two line right here is timed, and the arrow right here is timed with that arrow right there, and also the arrows in the back are lined up as well too. Can't really show you this because of the car, but I rotated a few revolutions. The tensioner, I used my pry bar right there to click out as much as I can. Right now it's ultra tight, which is a good sign that you know, it's nice and tensioned opposed to earlier. And now I'm still debating if I want to RTV the bottom right there. So I did a compression test, right? It still has no compression whatsoever. My gauge was, you know, reading 0 across like 3 of the cylinders. I didn't even do the 4th one, but I confirmed that this works. And you know, we did compression tests. It made no noise, like no compression whatsoever. Actually, you know, I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Nothing. Okay, so now I just retimed it, right? These marks are lined up. That mark down there is lined up. And this piston right here is on top dead. Now you can see the lobes are sitting on the top, right? And that means it's not pressing down on these rockers to press down the valve springs, pushing the valves down to be open. So technically, these valves are closed. Now, I did... have this leak down tester from Harbor Freight. This shit really doesn't work. So all I'm really doing is put air directly into the cylinders, but keeping it lower than 70 pounds. And the throttle body over there, it's open wide. When I air this up, if air escapes through here, the valve is bent because it is bypassing the valves to get into the runner. If it's leaking through the exhaust, it's, you know, the exhaust valve that's bent and it's leaking through the valves to get into the exhaust runner, to go out the exhaust. If it's leaking through the valve seals, I'll hear it here. If it's leaking through, I believe, the oil dipstick or anywhere here, it could possibly go through the rings. But I did this a little earlier and let you guys listen to it. 70 pounds in the line, aired in, drops to about, you can see it fluctuating between 50 and 55. And you can hear it coming out of the intake. Now, like I said, these valves are supposed to be closed, and in theory, if the timing chain skipped more than 3 teeth, it potentially bent all of the valves, and this was skipped like 6 or 7 teeth. So that's one verification, right? And I'm gonna scoot this one over here, and this one, the lobe is on the bottom, so that means the exhaust valve is open. So I'm gonna switch it over and air it in. It should come out of the header itself. Right? And see, these valves are not open, they're closed, and you can hear it out of the intake as well too. So not sure how that one got bent, but I think these intake side valves are bent as well too. Yeah, fool, that's pretty bad.
Hungry.
That's some pretty bad wear on the cam lobe right there. Cylinder 2.
She said, okay, she's gonna go right now.
Just do a little like 2,000 grit sandpaper, right?
Mama?
Right? So what, you want me to pull the head off or what? Yeah. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to tinker with this a little bit more, verify that the valves are jacked, and I guess your game plan is you're going to have me pull the head off. And if the pistons look good, we're going to take this head, get it rebuilt, get all the valves that are bent changed out, get it cleaned, resurfaced, get a new head gasket, reassemble it, and retime it. And again, if we get compression, then you know that means that's some good sign. But if we still have dead cylinders, then man, we're just gonna have to buy a TSX motor from HMO. Fool. Smells like doo-doo. What the hell is this? Look how fresh that mark is right there. That's probably what tapped the valve. Same thing right there. Same thing right there. And same thing right there. Holy shit. I'm gonna check that out. Yaga! 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 I am only taking one side off of each cylinder because the piston shows that is the only side that is hitting. But I am going to take it all out because if Chewy ends up, you know, rebuilding this whole head, they're going to take the whole valve springs and all off anyways. So I'm doing him a favor just so I could show you guys the valves. The first one I showed you guys was cylinder 1. Let's see cylinder 2. That's cylinder 2. Cylinder 3. Cylinder 4 is the worst. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pull the rest of the intake valves off. Probably gonna do the exhaust valve as well too, because like I said, it's gonna come off anyways. So if I find any more damages, I'll show it to you guys. If not, I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta take my nephew to Home Depot because he's working on his little sword project right now, and I think that'll be it as far as today goes, because not much more I can do with this car in the way, with it not having an engine, with us not having an engine. So I'm gonna have to figure something out to do these next couple of days and really see what Chewy's trying to do with this, because I told him, you know, if the head is salvageable, like we can just change valve seals, resurface the head, new head gasket. If the block looks good, we'll just put it all back together, throw it back in the car. If nothing works out, then he's gonna take his car to his new home in his new garage, and then just kind of put everything to the side until he can figure out what he's gonna do as far as engine wise. And then I'm gonna head to his place when he's ready, swap everything over, put it in the car, and then further try to button his car up and fire it over. So disassembly. All right guys, so unfortunately the machine shop closed at 5 o'clock, and literally it's like 5:03 right now. So yeah, this is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So I spoke to Chewy. He said if it's salvageable, let's rebuild the head. The block looks good other than all of this crap. The cylinder head is stripped down of all of its springs, retainers, keepers, all of that. The valve seat is still on there. I'm probably gonna pull that off in a second here, but all of the valves are over here. So the only ones that are bent is this one, this one, this one, and this one. Everything else is pretty straight. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna clean all that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I freaking lost 2 keepers on the floor. The rest of them are in here, and I'm gonna have to go and hunt for those. So Chewy's gonna take this to the machine shop tomorrow. I'm gonna finish taking off the rest of it. He's gonna do, I guess, new valves, valve seals, and resurface, give me a head gasket, and then I'm gonna assemble it, hopefully get it all back in the time, get some good compression reading out of it, and then we'll attempt to put it in the car. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. At least we now know something about this engine other than just scrapping the whole K24A4 and going with something different. I know that if you go to K20 head, the K24A4 piston is going to tap the valves on the head, and that the pistons and rods would have to be changed out. Thank you to someone who commented that, because I don't know that much about K-Series. That's my first K-Series car, and my brother is the second K-Series car, but I've never internally or head block wise taken it apart. So with Chewy's engine, it allowed me to learn a little bit here, so I'm somewhat familiar with it, and I'm confident that I can put this all back together like I do B and D series. We are done here in the garage, guys. I gotta clean, I gotta take off. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay posted for a lot of new items we have coming in for the Built to Drive merchandises. We will announce it once they get here, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. My cousin's new motor is coming back soon. If you guys want to stick around for that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.